And we are back with another episode of the 6 Yard Line podcast. I'm Sean, that's Noel. We're here to reminisce on another. Well, I guess it wasn't the greatest weekend for you. I can't complain on my team's results. But we won't be really discussing or dwelling on those two
No, you know what though?
games this weekend.
I will say it was absolutely this is honestly one of the funnest weeks of the season, I think, to from a games point of view. I think every single game, as we've called it today, the insane comeback edition, because it seemed like that's the theme of the weekend. Let's get on to the transfers because it was the quietest January window ever. 7 signings today. That's it. That's all we got. So I woke up this morning. I didn't feel the greatest. I rolled over. I looked at my phone. I was waiting for the how many deals had already been done before I got out of bed, because obviously we were 5 hours behind the UK here in Canada. And all I saw was Liverpool signs Jeremy Jacquet under the noses of Chelsea. They hijacked the deal. And then my first question was, who the hell is Jeremy Jacquet? Do I have to then watch a video of him in Rennes? And I'm like, they spent 60 million on this guy. They could have got Mark Gay for 20. All right, well, interesting.
55 plus add-ons. 55 plus add-ons.
So 60 million. So, so I was like, all right, now I'm googling Jeremy Jacquet, and the first time I googled him, it wasn't the same player. So I'm like, all right, there's two. The other one's not a great player. And then yeah, it's just the comment that Liverpool spent more money. He obviously not going to join until the summer. Staying at I think it's Club Rennes, right, in France, and a lot of comparisons to Virgil van Dijk when he was that age, young, raw ability, pace, can cover the ground, good on the tackle. A lot of clubs clearly had been watching him. Chelsea were the front runners as always. Any young player in Europe, Chelsea generally tends to have 95 scouts on everybody. So yeah, it looked like he was going to go to Chelsea, and then the deal looked like it was hijacked by Liverpool, and Liverpool came in, got the deals done. Which I will say, Liverpool is one of the very best at just going in, getting the deal done, and getting done quick. And as you said to me before we started recording this, you didn't even know he's on the radar, which that's unusual for
No
us.
one knew. Well, up to 24 or 48 hours ago, we were talking about the right back that Liverpool was about to sign on loan, that who's currently on loan with Sunderland right now. Can't remember his name, but that deal fell apart, which again is just boggles my mind, but still, because we need right back coverage. But yeah, this deal just literally, I think just before you texted me this morning, I had just read about it. I'm like, who is this guy? Like, I did know nothing about it, but
I'm glad we both Googled
it
him
is
this morning.
it was, you know what? Once I saw that he's coming in the summer, it just be like one of two things. He's either going to be a project, right? Which seems to be what they're kind of hoping for right now, is bring a bunch of young center backs and see which one pans out, right? With the young Italian they got this past summer, that, injury wise, he's out for the year, but, that'll be part of the competition. Or he is Konate's replacement, right? Because we've also heard the Konate to Real links have fizzled out. It seems like that they don't seem as interested, or they've just decided to be quiet and it will wait till the summer when he's a free. They can sign him on free, right? But I wouldn't be surprised if they're not as keen on signing him as they were before, right? Performance wise, he hasn't lived up to it this season, and everybody's known it's you can't deny that, right? Yeah, he's had much better games as of late. Before he was off with his dad's passing, and now that he's back, happy that he did score this weekend. So I want to give that little shout out to him. That, what, first game back after losing your dad, you score in his. You have to say it's in his honor, right? And great way to kind of put the icing on the cake for them. But yeah, I think potentially that's what's going to happen. He's either a replacement for Konate, or he's just a project, and they're going to look to re-sign Konate this summer.
Yeah, so that was the biggest one. I go through the list. Obviously, Jorgen Strand Larsen's moved to Crystal Palace after Mateta's move to AC Milan fell off. The wheels fell off the bus due to a medical reason. So Milan ran away from that. Forest then didn't go back in because they didn't want to play second fiddle, which I understood. So Strand Larsen, who's only scored one goal all season for Wolves, now went to Palace for 48 million, which I think is bonkers personally. But
Overpaid, overpaid. But
yeah, it is, but that's
um,
because Newcastle set the price tone earlier when they had a bit of 55 10 down, I think it was. So that was an interesting move, but again, we'll see how that works out for both Mateta and Strand Larsen because Mateta's clearly not the most popular person at Palace now. So we'll see how that one goes. And then Wolves did some moves today. They signed Angel Gomez, the former Manchester United academy player from Marseille on loan, which is, I think, a very good move. They also signed Adam Armstrong from Southampton, which again, I'm like, you can tell they're getting ready for the championship. If you think Adam Armstrong's going to come in the Premier League and score goals, you are getting ready for the championship, my friend. I will say this though, interesting moves of the day. Young at heart is what I'm going to call this section. So Sunderland signed. I will say Nelson Angulo from Anderlecht for 17.5. Before I get to the two young players, which I thought was another big move. And then it was a string of moves that I was like, huh? So Arsenal signed Evan Mooney from St Mirren, which again, I know that was my face that you just pulled. Evan Mooney, not Evan
okay.
Rooney, Evan Mooney. And then James Wilson joined from Hearts Midlothian to sign for Tottenham on loan with an option to buy at the end of the season. So two young Scottish players went to London today. And then on top of that, Forest signed Luca Netz from Borussia Mönchengladbach, another young left back. So it's the young revival movement. Again, I had to Google your player. I had to Google Luca Netz today. So again, a lot of the commentary from Germany is I'm surprised he didn't end up at Bayern. So that's always a good sign. So it sounds
It
like
seems
he's
like a
a
lot.
seems like a good buy. And then the only other person that was I thought was an interesting move with the other two ones I already mentioned. Axel Disasi signed from Chelsea from West Ham on loan for the remainder of the season with no option to buy. And then the other one was because Chelsea's got 95 players, which I did love the comment this week in the Chelsea West Ham game. The commentary said that's the biggest bench I've ever seen at Chelsea. So I don't know if he was taking a pot shot at him, but another one of their players, Tyreek George, has joined Everton on loan. And apparently there is an option to buy, but apparently the option to buy is eye-watering. So I don't know if Chelsea think he's a £100 million player, but apparently the option to buy doesn't sound like Everton's budget's going to go to that. So unless this guy turns into Wayne Rooney overnight, I don't think Tyreek George is going to be at Everton next season. Thanks for everyone for watching, and we super appreciate you all. And don't forget to smash the like and subscribe and all the fun stuff at the bottom. And yeah, we're on to week 25. Oh my god, the season's almost over.
It's almost over, but don't worry. We'll keep footy content coming your way.
Oh yeah, we have the World Cup to worry about if it ever happens.
Um, I don't think you know what. I have no patience to sit here and talk World Cup soccer. So, folks, do not expect a 60. We'll maybe do like a pre tournament draw or pool or something like that. But we're not going to do like game by game or any week by week or pool by pool because I'm more entertained on the politic aspect to see who if there's going to be all kind of drama before the World Cup or during.
Well, we'll see, but no, we've got still got a few more weeks to go in the season, and it's pole position for Arsenal, and yeah, it's let's hopefully this weekend's games are just as exciting as this weekend's because it was fantastic, great to watch.
Yeah, that would definitely suit me well. So we'll leave it at that, folks. Thanks for watching. Catch you guys next week.